So video number 3 is in the back of my van, which is still full of lots and lots of other Ducati bits. So that is a complete, or almost complete, Monster 600 engine. I don't know why he bought that. He got me to remove the primary drive on this side, as in the gear off the end of the crankshaft needed to be pulled off with a hydraulic puller, so I did that for him, and did that with the other engine that's in the garage. So all I can think of at the moment is that he bought this engine for the primary drive and clutch basket, because it's a different ratio to the Pantas, and a ratio that would work well with the 6-speed box that he's actually got from a 696 Monster. So I think his intention was to use a 6-speed box rather than the standard Panta 5-speed box, which makes sense for racing, closer ratios. But to use that gearbox you have to use the, or you don't have to, but it's advisable, so you get your gearbox lay shaft here turning at the right speed, that you change the gearing, the primary and the clutch gearing. So I think that's what it's for. These engines are basically worth nothing. I mean, you know, you probably get 200, maybe 400 quid for that engine complete. The rest of that engine is about in boxes here, yet to sort out. Because what I've really got to do is build the engine to figure out exactly what bits I don't need. Once I've got a pile of stuff that I don't need, I can then sell it off with some confidence that I don't need it. Now over here we have 2 cylinder heads off a Ducati ST2. So that is the transition between the air-cooled and water-cooled 2-valve motors. So this is a water-cooled head. You can see the jackets in there. Big valves. There's all the bits out of the cylinder head, all the intakes and the pulleys, all the rocker shafts, etc, etc. Again, I'm not sure why he bought these heads. I think he was probably intending to use the valves, at a guess, not exactly sure. Or the cams, maybe he just bought them for the cams and then he's had the cams modified to fit the Panta. That's my guess, but I don't know, because there's no information about this, and well, he's no longer with us, so go and ask him. And then over here we've got one lonesome front cylinder head off. Your guess is as good as mine. I think it's could be off a Monster, but I think it's pre-Monster, so I think this is probably a, even though it says Ducati, this lettering is the Ducati style of logo that they had during the Cagiva days, when the Castiglione brothers owned Ducati, changed the name to Cagiva. So this could be off a Peso, Ducati Peso. It could be off a Cagiva Elephant, the Dakar bike. It could be off the Alazura, the road bike. I've never ever seen these rocker covers with a sensor attached. I assume that that is a temperature sensor. I don't know what else it would be sitting on there, just dangling out there. So I've got to find out what that is, find out if it's worth any money and sell it. I don't know. Again, I have no idea why he had that head, but it's all stripped. And yes, the world's most confusing bloody jigsaw puzzle that was, yeah, well, the puzzle was invented by a man with dementia. And now I've got to figure out, you know, was he in his right mind? Was he not? What was going on in his head? I've got a bunch of scribbled notes somewhere, but they're a little bit of use, but not much. But my van at the moment is currently a bit of a friggin' mess because I'm redoing a roof and using the van as my workshop, basically, because it's just easier. And then over here is an item of interest to Mr. Carl Coombs, I'm sure, and Hayden, of course. So I've already sold, I don't know, probably about £2,000 worth of Ducati parts, which I knew I didn't need. And as part of a deal with a Yorkshireman, I have obtained a YPVS 350 motor, carbs and servo motor to go with it. And the second part of the deal that I'm doing with the Yorkshireman is to give him a bit of money for, he's got a power valve F2 that looks in reasonable nick, all in bits, and he's got a second engine all in bits as well. So at the moment I'm just waiting for the lovely British tax department to continue, well, to finish raping me at the moment, and once the raping is finished I'll be able to get the cash together to go and get the rest of that power valve, and then that will be the next project after this Ducati project, will be building a power valve, which I'm looking forward to a lot more than this Ducati job. And yeah, two-stroke fun times ahead. Well, hey,